Hey, to my awesome women over 40, close to 50, like me. Y'all know I'm on a mission to help y'all get and stay married. I have to say that and stay married because, baby, let me tell you something. Marriage is not hard, but it's not easy either. I do want to express that, especially after 40, especially if you've been divorced, okay? 53% of marriages fail. They just gonna fail. 57% succeed. Some of y'all are in sales. What do they say? A cell marriage instead of a soul marriage or something I've heard. It was funny. But 57% just say, hey, listen, we've been in it long enough. We're going to stay in it for the kids. We're going to stay in it because this is our core belief or just whatever the case may be. But guess what? 80% of them marry again. I'm actually reading a book, and I know someone's like, why don't you tell us even a book? Join my Patreon. I mean, y'all don't want to do any work. You just want to watch all the free videos. I don't do a whole lot because I live life for real in real life. I've read over 50 books because, I didn't know why initially. I just knew that I needed to make sure that I gained all the information and knowledge and expertise. I really want my marriage to end in death, literally, like death do us part. Either he dies or I die. And I really want to get relationships right. Like I've done a lot of things in my life that I am so proud of. I've had success on all kind of levels. Like my name is really Montina. So if you Google me, I'm Googleable. I'm on LinkedIn. Like I have led a very wonderful life, but I failed when it comes to relationships. I have failed. I have a failed marriage, first marriage, second marriage. I would take full responsibility. I did not have the necessary school skills, didn't go to school for marriage, right? I have degrees upon executive degrees, upon Ivy League degrees. And I felt like I was failing miserably in relationships. And I want to get this relationship right. I'm reading a book, and he was saying here 53% again of marriages fail, but the second marriage is 80% of the marriages. People get married again, and not to say they succeed or not, but it's that I was thinking about like, what does it take for a marriage to succeed? And it really is having that muscle to be able to maintain and nurture. And when I heard Gary say that on The Golden Bachelor, I was like, oh my God, that's what it is. And I actually have my notes here, but relationship skills. If you're over 40, if you've never been married, you need to read a lot of books and do a lot of work because it's going to be more difficult for you to live with this other person, this spouse, if you decide to marry. Now, I will tell you, when I met my husband, I didn't want to get married again. Really wanted just a long-term relationship. My husband pushed for marriage. My husband was like, look, I want to marry you. He talked about marriage within 2 weeks. He proposed, and then he picked the date for us to get married. Like he was 100% in. But what I found is, thank God I've been doing the work. I've done the work. I still have a therapist, a life coach, friends, embrace the community because we still have some challenges as it relates to um, me moving in and just looking around like, I still don't feel like, even though this is our home, I still hear him say, my, this is mine. I'm going to go put my tree up. I'm going to go do this. And I'm just looking like, well, is this ours? Is mine? He's like, no, you know what I mean? It's ours. Do I live here by myself? So again, from a relationship standpoint, if you've lived by yourself for the last 22 years, since you've been 18 or 20s, and you lift up your life and go move with someone else and everything is laid out, how is that going to impact you? How is that going to influence your decisions in that community if you move to a whole nother state away from your family? So those are things that you need to be prepared for. Everyone, listen, it's not all unicorns and rainbows as it relates to marriage, but it's beautiful to have a companion, a romantic partner, someone that's a provider, someone that helps keep you safe, someone that helps you feel secure, someone that helps you feel nurtured, um, someone that helps you feel loved, and someone that you can love and adore and admire. It's beautiful. But again, do you have the relationship muscle? Have you grown that muscle? Have you done the work? Because if you've been married, you're more than likely going to get married again, but you are more higher, there's a higher percentage of you that will get divorced again. You know why? Because we know what life after divorce looks like. That's it. You know what? I probably, with my second marriage, should have married someone that had been divorced before. Because if you are a divorcee going into a marriage with a first timer, you're more optimistic, right? As a never been married person. Whereas that person that's been divorced is like, well, I know what it looks like on the other side. Like, well, my husband and I, we both know what it looks like. He filed his divorces, I filed my divorces. Um, Both were finalized for us, and we kind of like, oh, you kind of get better the next time, but you know what it looks like after divorce. So my goal of this video is really just to say, to make sure that you're working on that you're building that relationship muscle. That's why I go to the gym to build a beautiful body and just work on some things. We went golfing today. But I read every single day. I'm reading books every single day. I'm listening to podcasts every single day because part of me, well, my husband, we've got out of marriages, so it's not always easy for us. If you're in my Happy Wife Project group, I'm going to do an in-depth video about this for you all, but definitely I'll share the book, and all the books are in the group, so they're there. If you're not in the group, you need to be in the group and you need to ask questions, because I don't care what folks saying online. Most of the folks giving y'all advice online ain't even married. And if they are married, I guess all of us we give you what we want you to know, but I want you to know that there are things that you can do. As I'm in this marriage now, there are some things my husband says or does, and I have to tell him how I feel. And my husband is like, he don't play. I was telling him, even with you say this is mine. He's like, what the F? Do I live here by myself? Like, my husband does not play any games. He was like, don't come with me with that. So, I had to be in my feelings for a little bit. I was like, oh, but he just doesn't play games. And that's the part from a man's man, that men over 50, they don't play games with you. Like, this is what it is. It's raw all the time. So I know I kind of went around in a little bit of a circle, but us women, we think women are like spaghetti, men are like waffles, which is another book in my group. But just think about making sure when I'm on the internet, it's funny because I get my screen times, and I'm typically doing things that are higher educational. Like, I have hobbies. I love talking about my hair, which my hair is kind of wrapped up right now. My skin, like, this is my skin. I have some lipstick on. I love doing stuff as it relates. Like, I can just alter the whole vibe for me. I have hobbies. I have things that I'm interested in outside of, just crazy shit online. So this is my hair. We went golfing today. So let me see. I put on a motorcycle cap and I put on a hat. But this is my hair. So I wear it kind of straight during the winter months. I like to do the blow dry method. But yeah, so y'all, this is May. These are the things that I'm interested in. Take care of yourself. When your aesthetic is on point, when you look good, feel good, smell good, you increase your options, your choices. You can refuse things, pick folks you're not interested in, okay? All right. So thanks so much for watching. And again, no, I didn't share the book with you. There are dozens of relationship books. If you are not in a relationship, if you are divorced, you need to read. I will be doing this for life. This is life work for me, because I definitely want my relationship to end in death and not divorce. That's what I want. So do the work. Keep doing the work. Don't forget to do the work. It's not hard, but it's necessary, because if you've never learned how to maintain and nurture a relationship, there's a muscle as it relates to doing that and doing it right, getting relationships right, having a beautiful, thriving, happy, healthy relationship. It matters. So for my Happy Wife projects, I'm getting ready to record a video for y'all. So for those of you that watch me here on my Just Montina channel, thanks so much for watching and subscribing. Leave me a little emoji. That's it. You made it to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.